Hello, my name is Wesley Bennett, and I'll be talking about human resources and how it would be structured in a typical corporation, as well as Motors More Incorporated. So let's start off with a typical company. You're going to have a directorate of human resources, and that individual will be in charge of going to the CEO, finding the strategic plan of how the company wants to look in 10 or 5 or however many years in the future, then implementing that plan through recruitment, compensation and benefits, personnel management, and compliance. So let's talk about recruitment. Recruitment is the office that would go out and look for employees that the company needs to grow. They would go to colleges, universities, technical schools, as well as job fairs to seek out new employees. Now let's talk about compensation and benefits. With that section, they're going to go and ensure whether an employee meets the requirements for an hourly or salary employee, as well as what benefits they're entitled to, such as healthcare, vision insurance, dental insurance, 401k, etc. Now let's talk about personnel management. That section would be responsible for keeping tabs on its employees, permanent records that they can go back to and see how well this employee did or how poorly they did, and they can also pull those records in case there's some litigation that needs to be settled and they have proof that they did a good job or a poor job over the period of time of employment. Now for compliance, that's the last section that would be in an HR department, and they're just ensuring that all the other sections are meeting the requirements of the law and we're not straying too far out of those boundaries of the law. Now let's talk about Motors More Incorporated. What I did is I compressed compliance, recruitment, and personnel management all into one category under the director of HR. And then I stuck the compliance section over the other side. Because Motors More Incorporated is such a small company, they don't need all these departments, and fewer employees could share the tasks of compliance, recruitment, and personnel management. Recruitment, compensation benefits, and personnel management. And they could perform those tasks with just 116, as well as help to grow the company. And in the future, if we need more human resource personnel, we would hire those on as well. Now the compliance of Motors More Incorporated, what I did, I separated that because they're going to be more responsible for ensuring that we meet the 4/5 rule that would prevent us from getting sued for discrimination. Since in the case it talked about how minorities were in the area and we needed to hire more minorities, so we needed to make sure that we're doing that. So the two main biggest differences in my charts for both would be how I condensed majority of the subcategories down into one category, personnel management, benefits, compensation benefits, and recruitment. And then I also stuck compliance over in its own section because I thought that those two would cover everything, as well as they're both vitally important. So thank you very much.